Tonight, Save Our Prison. That's what a large crowd is saying in Moose Lake tonight. The program they're trying to save and why.
And coming to Minnesota, the president announces a stop in the coveted state on the campaign trail.
Plus, in short supply, building materials are becoming harder and harder to come by. What's behind the shortage and how it's impacting businesses.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. A big rally in Moose Lake tonight as people are calling on the state to not let two prisons close, one in Willow River and the other in Togo.
The Department of Corrections announced the closures earlier this month as they try and chip away at a $20 million budget deficit. Not only will the closures result in dozens of layoffs, but also the loss of a program that helps inmates on the road back to a normal life. CBS 3's Natalie Grant was at today's rally and has more on why community members want to save the Willow River prison.
I was shocked.
Shocked is what people are feeling after they got the news that the Willow River prison would close later this year. The prison is home to the Challenge Incarceration Program, also known as CIP. It's a 6-month program aimed at rehabilitation and reintegrating inmates into life outside of prison.
And that is so important to this community that we says we got to do something. We need to keep it here. Let's plan a rally.
And rally they did. A crowd of about 100 people gathered outside the Riverside Arena Thursday night to hear from elected officials, community members, and more to show their support for CIP. Moose Lake's mayor of 15 years, Ted Shaw, says the program is a must.
They've worked in our parks, on our streets, in our cemeteries. During the flood in 2012, they helped not only fight the flood, and also rebuild the city after the flood. So they became a very intricate part of our whole community.
Shaw says the loss of those services will be a big blow for residents as well as inmates, and at least 50 people losing their jobs will hurt the local economy. Department of Corrections Commissioner Paul Schnell spoke at the rally, telling community members they are working to try to preserve the program.
We have decided that should this closure occur at Willow River, that the program would operate out of the Moose Lake Correctional Facility. But there still would be a net reduction of staff and so forth, but our capacity situation would allow us to operate it there.
A solution community members are not convinced will preserve the program.
The program's going to change and it's going to lose its magic. You can't just pick this up and move it.
Schnell added closing the two prisons will save $22 million, which will go a long way in offsetting the department's more than $25 million budget hole.
And Dave's here for our first look at the weather tonight. Dave, are we still seeing some rain out there for people tonight?
Let's figure it out here, Tony. I'm
Okay.
putting the last touches on the update on the radar map just to make sure we have the latest.
Okay.
And as we go to it, we will see that there is a line of showers and storms firing up in northwestern Minnesota, and that's the line that we're expecting to get towards our area perhaps by midnight for Minnesotans and 2 o'clock or so in the morning for Wisconsin and the UP. We are looking at a severe thunderstorm watch for the western part of our area, and I'll show you that in a few more minutes. But right now, roughly, it means folks in Itasca and Kujaching County have the best chance for any severe weather from this latest round of storms that's coming our way. Talking about rain totals that could come from this. Again, it's folks in northern Minnesota to the west that may get the most as we go into Saturday afternoon here. Upwards of an inch or so for a lot of places, and then you get farther to the east and it falls off to about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. Forecast here for our Friday, a quick look at it shows that we may not have any rain in the morning. We'll take a little break during the morning hours, but then 40 to 60% chances for the next go-around of showers and storms afternoon and evening on Friday. Again, some of those could be severe, and we'll talk more about the chances in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Police say yesterday's shooting in Duluth's Central Hillside neighborhood was not a random incident, but they are still searching for a suspect. Police responded to the intersection of North 2nd Avenue West and West 3rd Street around noon. A victim who was shot in the abdomen suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Police are still investigating.
An 18-year-old Hibbing woman has been sentenced to 37 years in prison for her role in a 2019 murder on the Iron Range. Bailey French learned her fate in St. Louis County Court late this afternoon. She pleaded guilty to second-degree murder as well as kidnapping. It's in connection in the shooting death of Joshua LaValle along a snowmobile trail in January of 2019. 18-year-old Deshaun Bunnell allegedly pulled the trigger. He was sentenced to life in prison in October of 2019. French was allegedly with Bunnell, her boyfriend, at the time of the shooting. Court documents indicate the shooting was allegedly over LaValle's actions towards French.
A Sawyer County man has been charged for alleged drug trafficking. Authorities made a traffic stop Wednesday afternoon. After searching the car, they arrested Calvin Riley of Webster. They found about 16 grams of heroin, a gun, a scale, and almost $2,000. The 29-year-old made his first court appearance today. Bail was set at $50,000. Meanwhile, a semi-truck driver died when he veered off the road in rural Sawyer County. It happened around 10:20 Wednesday morning on State Highway 70 in the town of Draper, which is east of Hayward. Clifford Hinkins of Coon Rapids, Minnesota, was heading east when the truck he was driving went into the ditch and eventually flipped. That crash is under investigation.
Starting tomorrow, more than 300 law enforcement agencies will be working overtime to keep Minnesota roads safe. The Department of Public Safety's new Drive Sober, Drive Smart campaign aims to get impaired drivers off the road. While our stay-at-home order contributed to fewer DWIs in March and April compared to last year, arrests are now climbing. Drunk driving and alcohol-related injuries usually increase during the summer months as well. The director for the Office of Public Safety is encouraging Minnesotans to celebrate the end of summer with a sober ride.
A Bad River Band member has been charged after a Christopher Columbus statue was torn down outside Minnesota State Capitol. Mike Forsha, an indigenous activist, was charged today with a felony count of criminal property damage. The lack of immediate charges after the June 10th incident angered state Republicans. They held an oversight hearing last month questioning state public safety officials on their response.
For blood donations at an all-time high, the Red Cross is offering an incentive to get more people to donate. Now, when someone donates through the Red Cross, their blood is tested for COVID antibodies. Results take about a week to get back, and it determines if you've been exposed to the virus. Before they can give blood, volunteers screen for COVID symptoms, donors answer a questionnaire, and have their temperatures taken. For many volunteers, they're giving just because they want to give back.
During this COVID epidemic, services are really needed, and if you can help somebody, that's what I'm trying to do, is just help wherever I can do that.
The Red Cross will be back at the Miller Hill Mall tomorrow. Appointment slots are full, but they're accepting a few walk-ins. For more information, head on over to our website.
An Iron Range organization is working to expand broadband to rural areas as at-home learning becomes more of the norm. The Range Association of Municipalities and Schools, or RAMS, is looking for solutions to bring internet access to more than 3,500 students across the Northwoods District. RAMS sent out a survey to districts across northern Minnesota to determine how many families were lacking much-needed internet service. The pandemic is forcing many to now learn from home, which is proving to be an issue for families in rural communities. Steve Georgie with RAMS says there are many solutions that could help expand access that they are researching.
We're getting student addresses. We're able to plot them on a map and then try and look at, can we place some towers, or are there existing towers in a geographical area where we could provide some wireless broadband connections.
RAMS is encouraging families do a speed test for their internet connection ahead of the school year. You can find a link to that on our website.
The Red Cliff Band has canceled all in-person events until further notice. They hope the move will help slow the spread of COVID-19. The cancellations include Red Cliff's annual Cultural Days, usually held in September. That event has been moved to next year.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen many shortages. First, it was toilet paper and hand sanitizer.
Now, many around Minnesota have noticed a shortage in home repair supplies. Bill Hudson explains.
When hailstones turn waterproof rooftops into Swiss cheese, Ari Applewhite's phone gets busy.
We've been receiving nonstop calls.
She's been swamped estimating roofing jobs for Turnkey Restoration, an all-women-run contractor. In this Hamel neighborhood alone, more than a dozen rooftops await her ladder and inspection.
I think it's right at 1.5 to 2 inch hails when you start to see some of the real damage. You'll see granule loss on the shingles. We'll see dents and dings in the gutters, downspouts, and the window wraps.
But what's normally a quick and smooth fix may be a bit costlier and take a bit longer. That's because, like all construction materials, COVID-19 shutdowns of asphalt shingle plants are resulting in tighter supplies.
Everybody's been really understanding so far, and they know that a lot of this is out of our control with the pandemic. I think a lot of these warehouses and distribution plants are at 50% capacity.
Leading manufacturer Owens Corning says demand exceeds supply in much of the country, but production's in full operation.
Now, when you want to get into some of those designer colors and some of the more, abstract and, designer brands out there, some of those are starting to run low.
And where inventories are low, suppliers are diverting materials from other parts of the country where hailstorms don't hit.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, how kids will be able to use the Lake Superior Zoo as their classroom. We have the details after the break.
Well, what do you know? Two records that I remember. 91, the highest from 1970, 37, the low from 1964. Tomorrow's temperatures be a little bit warmer than the normal, but not in record territory in either direction. And the sky could be peppered with a couple of lightning strikes. We'll talk about the chances for storms continuing coming up after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
Welcome to Medical Insight, a weekly healthcare feature brought to you by the experts at Essentia Health. Here's your host, Louis St. George.
Today on Medical Insight, Dr. Ryan Greschel describes how Essentia Health is an innovative device called the Lynx Reflux Management System, which strengthens the lower part of the esophagus.
The way we were intended to be is that at the end of our esophagus, before the stomach starts, there is increased tone in the muscle there. We call that the lower esophageal sphincter. So a normal person has some increased tone right there that can relax to allow food to go through it into your stomach, but when you're not swallowing, it's designed to stay tight so that acid from your stomach is not refluxing up into your esophagus. So the Lynx device works by adding this ring of magnetic beads around that portion of the esophagus to provide some additional tone.
Surgery to implement a Lynx device is minimally invasive and lasts between 30 and 60 minutes. Recovery is swift as patients typically go home the same day and can immediately return to their normal diets.
Who's going to pursue some surgery for their GERD or surgical correction for GERD is generally patients that have severe symptoms and they're not getting the relief from the acid suppressive medications that they would like. After placement of a Lynx device, about 85% of patients will completely get off their acid suppressive medications. As far as symptom control, many patients with GERD have heartburn or regurgitation or pulmonary symptoms, but 99% of patients with a Lynx have no more regurgitation. So if they had regurgitation before, it's gone. 88% of the patients with heartburn no longer have heartburn after a Lynx is placed. So the symptom resolution is excellent.
For Medical Insight, I'm Louis St. George.
To learn more about this and other health topics, visit essentiahealth.org/medical insight.
Uh-oh.
What?
I think I forgot to lock my Buick.
Parallel parking.
That hot yoga was so hot. Check this out. Cooling seats?
Alexa, ask Buick to start my SUV.
You can do that?
You can do that?
You can't do that.
You can with the Buick.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you. Now everyone can get GM employee pricing on most 2020 Buick SUV models. Use it to get over $7,000 total value on this Envision.
CBS 3 weather is brought to you by Lulich Implement. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
All right, let's talk about a severe thunderstorm watch that's covering western parts of Minnesota. Here in our viewing area, it includes Koochiching County and Itasca County. This watch is in effect until 2 o'clock in the morning. That's the zone then that has the best chance for severe weather. Slight chance, though, after midnight and through 2, 3 in the morning here. The rest of the region could get some strong thunderstorms as well, but again, the best chance is off to the north and to the west. And right now, Beltrami County, just outside of our viewing area, including Bemidji, facing a severe thunderstorm warning. So the strong weather's out there. Keep your fingers crossed it doesn't affect us too badly, because if this first round tonight doesn't do the trick, There's another round coming tomorrow night into Saturday morning that might try to finish the job. We'll talk about that job with the 7-day forecast, though, after we take a look at these current conditions. 69 degrees currently at the airport, 87% for the relative humidity. It's an easterly, southeasterly wind we have, and it's going 9 miles per hour. Our air pressure's been holding pretty steady, around 30 inches of mercury for the past 4 or 5 hours. Now let's take a look at current temperatures, and they go from 69 to 73 in the Upper Peninsula. We're looking at 67 to 74 in northwestern Wisconsin, and roughly 66 to 72 or so here in northern Minnesota. Low temps tonight, thanks to high dew point levels, and cloud cover won't go too far down. We'll be in the 60s just about all across the region here for our low temperatures. And then highs tomorrow will be, at least inland, in the 80s, which could aid and abet the formation of the storms. Low pressure system working slowly towards our region brought 2 rounds of rain last night and again today. And now there's another chance coming our way as that low continues to plod towards the region. And the cold front portion of the low is starting to get into northwestern Minnesota, as we mentioned. And that's why Beltrami County is under the gun. Again, tonight in Minnesota, after midnight, you have about a 70% chance for some of this rain, 50% chance around 2 o'clock in the morning for Wisconsin and for Michigan. But that's not all that this low will bring. It'll do it again here Friday night into Saturday morning, but then start to wrap up Saturday afternoon as higher pressures settles in with some sunshine. And then eventually, as we get towards Monday, Tuesday or so, cooler temperatures come in from Canada, and we say goodbye to 80 and hello to 70. Pretty big drop. All right, temperatures tonight, like we mentioned in Minnesota, will probably fall into the 60s, and there's that 70% storm chance, especially after the midnight hour, which sounds like a song. 50% chance for storms, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning for much of Wisconsin and the UP. Lows there in the 60s too. And for tomorrow then, after a calm morning possible, 50% chance for afternoon and evening storms. Wisconsin and Michigan, high temps 80 to 85. Minnesota highs will go 80 to 84 or so inland, 75 to 77 by the lake. 60% chance for the evening and early morning storms there. Again, keep in mind, some of those could be strong. We have to watch out until Saturday afternoon. Then we can throw caution to the wind, weather-wise at least, and go outside without a care and enjoy some sunshine through Sunday. In fact, Monday and Tuesday too, Tony.
Yeah.
There's some alliteration for you. There are so many T's, I don't know what to do. Well, temperatures will tumble.
Okay.
Monday and Tuesday. We'll get highs only around 70, but that may not be all she wrote for warmer weather this summer, because it looks like we rebound getting into the rest of the week ahead.
A little cool down will be nice, you know, after all this hot temperatures we've seen this summer, a little cool down, but we still got 2 weeks of August.
Exactly. Some like it hot, others like it not.
Yeah, it's been a good summer for that. Thanks, Dave. Imagine having a lion or a bear as your classmate.
Oh my, that will soon be a reality for students at Lake Superior Zoo's preschool, set to open up this fall despite COVID-19 concerns. CBS3's Leanne Valdez has the details.
I can't wait to launch.
A program a year in the making will be soon ready for its debut.
I've been here for 10 months working on programming, licensing, all the behind the scenes work for this.
Lake Superior Zoo announced plans for their preschool in 2019, but because of the pandemic, the school had to make a couple of adjustments, starting with class size to prevent the spread of the virus.
Instead of enrolling 18 children, we're only going to enroll 10 children to start the school year.
The zoo is hoping to add more students as they keep up with COVID-19 numbers in the area.
What we're doing right now is trying to build a wait list so that if we're able to expand in the coming months to increase our enrollment, that we'll have those families ready to go.
The first ever nature preschool in West Duluth will provide 2 snacks a day, but had to put a hold on meals.
We were trying to provide food to our students, like a breakfast and lunch, and because of COVID, we really weren't able to find a caterer to make that happen.
Zoo school officials say they're not letting COVID-related issues ruin their hopes for the program this fall.
We're here at the zoo where we have all this natural space to play in. These amazing animals.
Students ages 3 to 5 will have an area for natural play and will get to explore the zoo grounds.
Every day we'll go on a zoo walkabout where we explore a different area of the zoo and take a look at different animals. And then about once a week, we'll bring an animal into the classroom to do closer observations of ambassador animals and that kind of thing.
What did you do before?
The first day of school will be September 8th. If you'd like more information or to put your name on the wait list, you can find a link on our website, CBS3Duluth.com.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a strange wildlife attack up the North Shore. What's behind this eagle going rogue? Coming up.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. The TED event is happening now, where you're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS 3.
At Super One Foods, you'll find more than just low prices and better choices. You'll find friendly faces like ours, working hard to save you money.
Super One has a tireless commitment to quality and freshness and a goal of delivering 5-star service to every customer to bring the absolute best value to your shopping experience. Check out these specials available at all Super One locations going on now.
So stop into the Super One Foods right in your neighborhood. Super One Foods, serving you with low prices and better choices.
For months, we've all done our best to stay safe. But to remain safe in the long run, it's up to us all to take actions that don't just slow the spread of COVID, but collectively overcome it. Like getting a test if you have any symptoms, answering if your health department calls, and wearing a mask in public spaces. There is no return to normal, but going forward, we will return to something more.
August is here, and it's time to spin the wheel of savings. For a limited time, spin the wheel and save up to 40% on a wide selection of jewelry. Numi Jewelers, where true love is guaranteed.
The 2020 summer clearance event at Duluth Dodge just got better. New Laramie crew cabs from $358 a month. Bighorn crews from $298. Ram Warlock quad cabs from $228. Only at the new Duluth Dodge, 4655 Miller Trunk Highway, or Duluth Dodge, Minnesota.com.
Meteorologist Dave Anderson with this 2:40 in the morning update on the weather. And it's been a bit rough in Wisconsin.
Down, it gets super dark. Oh, that crazy light.
Have a severe thunderstorm warning.
For the coverage you need, tune to Live Local CBS 3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3. Join the Greater Downtown Council for Movies in the Parking Lot. Friday nights all summer long. Watch movies from the comfort of your vehicle. Reserve your $10 parking spot ahead of time at downtownduluth.com/events/movies in the park. Present your digital ticket at the gate and enjoy. Bring your own food or have snacks from the concession stands. Here's what's playing this week. Presented by Carlson Orthodontics and Live Local CBS 3.
Pick your new Polaris from Duluth Lawn and Sport, the region's largest power sports dealer.
Classic Rock KQ is once again the Northland's #1 radio station. The KQ Morning Show, the most listened to radio program in the Northland. The KQ Train Wreck, the Northland's #1 afternoon show. Thank you for making us the Northland's #1 radio station. 95 KQDS.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
A wildlife attack up the North Shore today, and one you certainly wouldn't expect.
Yeah, a woman was walking outside Cascade Lodge in Lutzen this morning when an eagle swooped down onto her, grabbing her leg with its talons. A witness tells us the resort's kitchen manager ran out and helped get the eagle off of her with his jacket and chef's coat. And you could see there just a little bit ago what was left behind of the coat, not much. We're told the eagle then hung out for a while, going after several vehicles, including the squad car of a responding state trooper. A manager at the lodge says it eventually flew off after about 4 hours. The woman who was attacked did not need to go to the hospital, but does have several scratches. Witnesses say the eagle seemed to be hurt before attacking.
Coming up in sports, hear more from UMD after the cancellation of their fall season. Kelly has a story next.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
In every case, we bring an experienced legal team to work on behalf of our clients.
With Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben, we had the best of both worlds. Although we were working with one of the largest and most powerful law firms, we never felt that we were lost or insignificant. We were dealing with a specialized sub-team that operates within that law firm that was intimately familiar with our case and our needs and our goals.
You need an experienced attorney on your side. Schwabel Getz and Sieben.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection. Shop across the Ford lineup, America's best-selling brand. Now's the best time to buy. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. For a limited time, get $4,500 total cash on Fusion. That's $4,500 total cash. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Here at Memorial Medical Center, we really care about treating the patient as a whole. Instead of looking at the patient as a hip or as a knee, we look at how their hip or the knee affects their life. I'm Joe Signorelli, orthopedic surgeon, and I've been doing joint replacement surgery for 7 years. It's really important for a patient to be comfortable where they're receiving their care. And so if we can provide high quality care at an affordable cost in their home community, I think that's advantageous for the patient. I think they really appreciate it.
Day gets easier.
No one serves you better than Lula Gentleman.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. From value price softeners to the world's best and even salt-free. No one has more solutions than Culligan to customize the best filtration for your home. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
School's starting. Is your internet fast enough? Gear up during Extreme's End of the Summer Sale. Get fast internet as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Extreme's fiber-powered internet gets an A+ for performance with speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Powerful in-home Wi-Fi and 99.99% network reliability. Hurry and get Extreme internet for as low as $19.99 a month for a year. Dial 844-EXTREME2. It's the smart call.
Meteorologist Dave Anderson with this 2:40 in the morning update on the weather. And it's been a bit rough in Wisconsin.
Down, it gets super dark. Oh, that crazy light.
Have a severe thunderstorm warning.
For the coverage you need, tune to live, local CBS3.
After pausing all fall athletic activities earlier this week, UMD learned the main reason why today, as the NSIC announced that all conference activities have been suspended through December 31st. Our own Neil Viersba has more on the tough decision.
After weeks of speculation, the NSIC finally made the decision to postpone conference sports through December 31st, which you can imagine was hard for everyone involved.
Tough day, certainly. Anytime that there is a goal that people work for, and in many cases, our coaches and our student athletes, this is something that they've dedicated a big portion of their lives to.
For UMD, that affects football, men's and women's cross country, volleyball, and women's soccer. But that doesn't mean they'll be empty-handed come this fall.
We're going to have activities this fall. They're going to be able to train, and they're going to be able to practice and work on their skills.
All in preparation for a possible return to play come springtime.
And when competition does come back, because it will, and hopefully sooner than later, and there are some scenarios where maybe some measure of it can happen in the spring, and we're looking into that.
But some programs aren't out of the clear just yet, as Berlo admits the hockey schedule may see some changes.
It's not looking great right now. I'll be honest there, but both conferences have contingency plans for modified seasons, and we're going to continue to exhaust every opportunity that we can, every scenario that's out there to try to find a way to have some competition as soon as we can.
Berlo added that the university also has plans to honor the seniors affected by the NSIC's decision. Lynx continue play in the WNBA bubble, taking on the Las Vegas Aces tonight. Minnesota trailed the entirety of this one. Sylvia Fowles went out in the first few minutes with a hamstring injury. Definitely impacted the team tonight. They go down 87-77. And the Twins were off tonight, but the Brewers, they dropped their second straight after last night's blowout at the hand of the Twins. 4-2 the final against Chicago. They are back at it with the Cubs tomorrow night. Well, the last time I talked with UMD forward Jade Miller, I asked the recent grad what the future held. held. And he simply said, "I'd like to keep playing," and it seems like that desire is going to be fulfilled. Today, the Minto, North Dakota native became the 7th Bulldog this year to turn pro, also rounding out that senior class of 4 that have also inked pro deals. The versatile forward signed a deal with the South Carolina Stingrays, the ACHL affiliate of the Washington Capitals. The 25-year-old North Dakota native won 2 national championships in his time at UMD. He appeared in 127 games, tallying 34 points. 9 of those were goals, and Miller was also a recipient of the Pat Francisco Community Service Award for his community involvement and service the past 4 years as a Bulldog. And it's been nearly 5 years since the Duluth City Council elected to rename the softball fields outside of Wade Stadium as Swanson Fields. Finally, today, the longtime Duluth-Denfeld softball coach was honored. Surrounded by players, friends, and family, Swanson removed the tarp to unveil the new signage at Swanson Fields. As you can imagine, Coach was appreciative of the honor and says he hopes he can enjoy the fields in the near future.
It's a really nice honor, and I can't honestly say I can quite exactly put it into words, but when you actually see the signage, then you know it's for real. And I hope it's not the end of my coaching days. I just want to be able to enjoy these fields and players as long as I can.
That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
Shopping for a new kitchen at Skips has never been better. Take home your dream kitchen today with Skips' new Glenwood and White cabinets. Enjoy freedom and flexibility with your own movable island today. You can rely on Skips for quality and durability at affordable prices. Stop by with your measurements and see how you can take home beautifully painted or stained cabinets today at a truly affordable price. Visit us online at skipshomecenter.com or stop in to see our showroom at 4728 Rice Lake Road, Duluth.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet, your simple and affordable choice for bathtubs, showers, surrounds, and safety tubs. Right now, we are offering 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2022, or get your dream bathroom for as little as $69 a month. This offer ends August 31st, so call us today or go online to book your appointment to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service and down to earth price.
Hi, John with Prime Appliance. We were thinking about a tent sale until we saw the cost of renting a tent, insurance, labor, security, and then what about the weather? So we decided to have a no tent sale and pass the savings directly on to you with prices like this. Like Medea 18 cubic foot top mount refrigerators in black or stainless, just $6.96. Or these big capacity French door refrigerators in stainless, both with ice and water, just $17.98. Financing always available. Take it home today or set up delivery during the no tent sale at Prime Appliance.
Everybody likes something for nothing. Now at Home Furniture, when you spend $2.99 for something, you'll pay nothing down, nothing for interest until 2022, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping. Shop furniture, mattresses, and even patio. And you can have them with nothing down, nothing for interest until 2022, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping. Now that's something. The Something for Nothing sale going on now and only at Home Furniture. There's no place like home.
I want people to tune in and I want them to see a friend because I'm a mother and I know how hard it could be. You're doing all these things and then you have the child and then no one talks to you about how lonely it can be. You know, who do you lean to? Who do you connect with? This segment is very important to me because I get to work, but I also get to work on my passion.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with Leanne Valdez on CBS3.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Mainstream is your wedding headquarters. Downtown Duluth.
All right, Dave, a lot happening in the weather world.
Yeah, lots have already happened. We've had some rain last night, some this morning. Next round is slated to slide into our region in just a matter of a couple of hours, and it could be the worst for friends in Koochiching County and Itasca County. Those are the two counties in our area that face a severe thunderstorm watch until 2 o'clock in the morning. And the rest of us aren't out from under the gun for rain. That could still be coming our way, though, again, the best chance for severity could be, like I mentioned, over towards Grand Rapids and up towards International Falls. Doppler map right now shows a line of storms firing up over towards Beltrami County. And keep in mind, those could rumble through our area till about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then we get a bit of a break for a little while before the next chance of rain comes around Friday night into early Saturday morning. And if this go-around tonight packs a chance for a punch, it could again tomorrow night into Saturday. But by Sunday, finally, calmer weather and cooler to boot.
All right, thanks for joining us.
We'll see you tomorrow night.